Imagine sitting with people, and in under a minute, without realizing it, you lose their respect. Not from a big mistake, but a small gesture, an unnecessary word, an ill-timed action, making you seem less confident. And while you think it's fleeting, the truth, these tiny behaviors silently crush your self-respect, steal your opportunities, relationships, even dreams. And worst of all, you're probably doing this daily, without knowing. In this video, I'll expose the most damaging ones, reveal why they destroy your confidence, and show you how to kill them immediately, before they destroy you from within. Pay close attention to point number 4, where one tiny habit, once stopped, can transform your entire personality, forever. Ready? Let's begin. The first mistake: hesitation. Hesitation isn't just taking your time. It's a mental prison, one you build with your hands, then volunteer to guard, watching your dreams slowly suffocate inside. Picture this. You're standing right in front of the opportunity you've been imagining for years. Your heart is pounding fiercely. Your mind is screaming from the depths, "Do it, now!" But then, thoughts crash into you like black storm clouds. Am I really ready? What if I fail in front of everyone? What if I'm not good enough? What if their laughter turns into ridicule? And with every second you hesitate, that open door drifts one step farther away until it disappears into the fog of regret. Hesitation steals moments before they're even born. It turns courage into a cold corpse dumped in the corner of your memory, forever reminding you that you were so close, but never dared. Here's the dangerous twist. Hesitation isn't always a conscious choice. Sometimes it's your mind's defense mechanism, planted to shield you from rejection or the pain of falling. But the cruel paradox? In trying to protect you, it drives you straight into the only loss that truly matters, the loss of chances that will never return. And if hesitation silently murders your dreams in the shadows, there's another enemy, even deadlier, one that doesn't hide behind silence, but slaughters your confidence out in the open, while you still believe you're saving face. What is it? You're about to find out. The second mistake: living for the audience. Imagine your whole life playing out like a stage show. You're on the spotlight. The audience is watching your every move, every word, every breath. And you don't act unless you see approval in their eyes. You wear clothes not because you like them, but because you think they will. You edit your sentences halfway through to avoid hurting someone's feelings, even when the truth is exactly what needs to be said. You laugh at jokes you don't even find funny, just so you don't get that awkward look. That's not kindness. That's not manners. That's a soft chain tightening around your neck, choking out your real voice. Low self-confidence makes you a prisoner of their gaze. Your value becomes tied to likes, claps, nods of approval. But applause never lasts. And when it stops, you're standing alone on an empty stage, unsure if you ever loved what you were doing, or if you were just performing to keep them happy. The real tragedy? You can live years thinking you're loved, when in reality, you've just been busy becoming who they want you to be. From decision-maker to puppet, from leader of your life to follower of a script you never wrote. And here's the twist. The most dangerous sign isn't in what you say or do. It's in what you can't hide. The subtle movements, the micro-expressions, the tiny shifts in your eyes or body language that betray you before you even open your mouth. Are you ready to see how these hidden signals expose your weakness without you even knowing? Mistake number 3. There's a razor-thin line between being polite and letting sorry turn into your automatic response for everything. Once that line snaps, you catch yourself apologizing for things you didn't do, for moments that weren't on you, maybe even for just existing. Picture this. You're in a work meeting. You drop an idea you truly believe adds value, but before it lands, you blurt, "Sorry, maybe this isn't important." Or you're talking with a friend, telling a funny story, then rush to say, "Sorry if I wasted your time." Worse, you hit a milestone, and right there in front of the people congratulating you, you mumble, "Sorry, it wasn't a big deal." In that moment, you're not being humble. You're handing folks an invisible power over you, a power that makes them believe you're less than you really are. Over-apologizing ain't manners. It's a quiet confession that you think you're smaller, and you're scared of being seen for real. It's a habit that creeps in slow, like water slipping through cracks in a wall till the foundation weakens, and you don't even clock it. The tough part, a lot of people swear they're doing it to protect other people's feelings, when really they don't believe they've got the right to take up the space they deserve in this world. When you say sorry for no reason, you're telling yourself first, before anyone else, that you're a burden to be cut down, that your voice is a whisper that ought to be hushed. Keep doing it, and it gets baked into your words, your stance, your eyes. Even in your silence, people can feel you're asking permission for something you never did. But what if I told you there's a fourth sign, mad subtle, that never leaves your lips? It slides into your body and your vibe without a single sound. A sign that can give you away to anyone before you say one word. You ready to peep it? Mistake number 4. Before you say a single word, your body has already spoken, and it might reveal more than you'd like. Drooping shoulders, a rounded back, eyes fixed on the floor, and choosing the farthest corner of the room aren't accidents. They're silent but powerful signals telling everyone around you, "Don't bet on me. I'm not confident enough." Picture this. You walk into a crowded hall, slip into the last seat, press your shoulders to the wall, and lower your head while the laughter and conversation rise around you. No one knows what's happening inside you, but your body is shouting, "I'm here, but I hope no one sees me." Collapsed body language isn't just introversion. It's an unspoken admission of fear or inadequacy. It trains people to respond not to your words, but to the image your posture projects. Even if you try to compensate by talking more, your impact is weaker. The first message already landed. This posture doesn't form overnight. It's the residue of years of negative experiences, moments that made you feel smaller or less worthy. Repeat them enough, and your body gets programmed to send signals of submission or retreat, even when there's no real threat. Here's the darker twist. People don't just notice these cues consciously. They react to them automatically. Someone who appears withdrawn is seen as less competent, less trustworthy, and sometimes less valuable. That's how body language becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It starts with you shrinking and ends with your opportunities shrinking too, at work, in relationships, and even in your biggest dreams. The good news? Just as the body can whisper weakness, it can broadcast strength. A small adjustment can flip the message entirely. Stand tall, lift your chin, roll your shoulders back. The signal changes instantly. But that's a deeper topic. For now, get ready. The next sign isn't quiet or subtle. It shows up in almost every decision you make and announces loud and clear, "I don't trust myself." What is it? You're about to find out. Mistake number 5. Low self-confidence makes the unknown look like a monster hiding behind the door, fangs glinting in the dark, waiting to pounce the moment you come close. So instead of reaching for the handle, you stay where you are. Same room, same walls, same routine. You might feel safe, but that safety is a decorated cage, tightening a little more every day. An opportunity appears, a new job, a hobby you've never tried, a trip to somewhere unfamiliar, and the thoughts pile up. What if I fail? What if I look weird? What if they laugh at me? So you apologize, or postpone, or politely decline. And every time you do, you lay another brick in the prison you're building around yourself. This refusal doesn't protect you. It steals your growth. New experiences are the only mirror that shows you your true potential. Without them, your self-image stagnates, or worse, it declines, because you never test your capacity to adapt, create, or stand firm in the face of the unknown. The real danger? This behavior becomes a habit, then an identity. I'm not the type who takes risks. Over time, you convince yourself it's your nature, when in truth, it's a shackle you locked on yourself out of fear. Imagine if all the achievements we celebrate today, from scientific discoveries to works of art, had stopped because their creators chose to stay in their comfort zones. How many big opportunities would the world have lost? And how many would you lose? The good news? This pattern can be broken. Sometimes one small step toward the unknown is enough to discover it wasn't a monster at all, just a door to opportunities you could never see from behind the walls.